Oregon did have a big visit weekend, win or lose. We know winning helps these weekends go a little bit smoother, but it's not the end-all be-all to a successful recruiting weekend. So we're talking flip targets on campus, and there is 2 on for official visits. Linebacker Braylon Hodge and wide receiver Milan Paris. And Braylon Hodge had some very big news entering the weekend that could have to do with this visit. He was, at least on Thursday, a Michigan State commitment since the summer. But on Friday, Braylon Hodge decommitted from Michigan State. I'll just ask you, Steve, does this have direct – I know he's been on other trips too, but he didn't decommit right before him. So does this decommitment have to do with his interest in Oregon?
Yeah, he decommitted from Iowa State, Josh. Oregon, one of the contenders for Braylon Hodge. Out of the state of Ohio, took a visit to Oklahoma 2 weekends ago. The Sooners, our program in the thick of it, has an upcoming trip to Miami. So the Hurricanes are a program that's involved with Milan Paris as well. Braylon Hodge. Oh, excuse me. I'm a mess. You were talking about Braylon Hodge.
I was trying to figure out if I had that wrong.
Yeah, no. Milan Paris decommitted from Iowa State.
Right.
Braylon Hodge decommitted from Michigan State. Braylon Hodge is looking at Michigan, Oregon, and Texas. Milan Paris is looking at Oklahoma, Miami, and Oregon, to name a few.
Okay.
And Oregon's status quo. This was a loss to a top 10 team, a team that played in the college football playoff last year, a team that is undefeated and playing high-level football. This is a game where Oregon will be able – they've shown in the Dan Lanning era they can bounce back from tough losses and play at a high level the next week. I expect Oregon to do that. And this is a program that has all the resources and support to be very competitive on the recruiting trail when they want to be. So these guys that were on campus, Oregon will remain a factor for them moving forward. And obviously losing this weekend takes a little bit of this juice out of the trip, because the coaches and players won't have as much energy as they would have had they beat a top 10 opponent in the marquee game of the weekend. But Oregon's still a program that's competing for championships. These recruits on campus know that. So we'll see where the chips fall coming out of it. These guys have visits coming up moving forward. They'll continue to have dialogue with Oregon moving forward. And so the Ducks are in it. And then these 2027 recruits and 2028 recruits on campus saw an electric atmosphere. And again, Oregon's going to be playing in all the big games moving forward. I do not expect the Ducks to roll over and die like Penn State certainly has since the Ducks went into State College, Happy Valley, and basically took Penn State's football soul. They go out and lose to UCLA the following week and then lose again to Northwestern, 2 teams that are inferior in talent. So I expect Oregon to bounce back. These recruits, they'll be in it for moving forward. Just didn't get the outcome they wanted today. And obviously that I do think will take a little bit of the steam out of these visits. But these guys generally make decisions based on the bigger picture, and with visits coming up down the road, they'll continue to stay in touch with Oregon. And Oregon still got a chance to play in the college football playoff. I mean, they're still alive for a Big Ten title berth, although they'll need some things to happen now. They'll need some help. But tough loss for Oregon today, but they'll bounce back, and obviously huge win for Indiana.
Yep. And we're going to be talking about this Oregon visit weekend because they had a lot of guys on campus. So it's not over. Dante Wright, Josiah Molden, a lot of their commits were on campus, including 5-star Jet Washington. He was there. Some of these guys are going to see this as an opportunity. They're locked into Oregon. Like I said, they want to help these guys win. They're not going to be – they don't have the same fandom, the same emotions that a fan goes through during a loss. So – we'll be talking more Oregon throughout the week, tomorrow on the Inside Scoop, and Monday on the Wilt Fong Whip Around as well. So Oregon fans, tap in. How you guys feeling? How you feeling about Oregon and just moving forward with the rest of the season? Like Steve said, you don't want to see a collapse like a Penn State or a Florida State in the top 10 falling all the way out, likely unranked. And, Steve, you got more?
2 of the best teams in the country today, 2 of the best head coaches, Dan Lanning, Chris Cignetti, and Florida's fighting for their life at Texas A&M, this coaching staff, 7-7 last time I looked. but just the Florida message board scoffing at the idea of Curt Cignetti being their coach a couple weeks ago, like when people would bring his name up on the message board. I wonder how those guys feel right now. Even if you could get Curt Cignetti for 3 years, you take him, right? I mean,
oh yeah,
no brainer. Like, no, I don't think he's leaving. You know, he's obviously,
yeah, and I don't know if that's the direction.
He's up there in age.
I don't know if that's the direction Florida goes.
Right. I'm not saying Florida would go that direction. I'm just saying anyone that would scoff at that idea. Like, yeah. I'm not predicting him to be the Florida coach. I'm not even predicting an interview. But just the fact that there were some Florida fans out there that were like, nah, pass. Hard pass on Curt Cignetti.
Not
I wonder how they feel right now.
Not anymore. All right. Oregon fans, talk to Steve and I. How you guys feeling about the season moving forward? How you feeling about this team moving forward? Let us know in the comments section below.